My name is JakeTheRipper, and I'm back with another Avatar Conquest Heroic Victory. This battle, while not as complex as others, serves to highlight the basics of how to capitalize on an opponent's mistakes. First, taking a look at the army composition screen, I was reduced to only being able to use small funds on this battle, so I'd be very careful of what units I brought to the fight as I am hunting for a heroic victory. Taking a look at how many stars my opponent has, that tells me they'll probably bring a large Ashigaru force, so I opted for my usual decisive fire cav, some Yari-Ash to be the anvil for my hammer, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to min-max my funds, but I ended up settling on a slightly upgraded light cav to bolster my cav contingent. Skipping ahead to the deployment phase, I have my troops positioned in the way I usually would, with my Yari-Ash in the center and my cavs on either flank, just so as soon as the battle starts I can be aggressive as possible. Since they're a new player, or so I'm believing according to their stars, I'm going to assume they're going to be very timid, so placing my cav on the flanks is going to allow me to be aggressive right from the get-go, and to push up with my Yari-Ash to create the anvil as soon as possible, and to provide a safe retreat point or advance point for my general from behind or in front of the Yaris. And as the battle gets underway here, I immediately deploy my Yaris up to the front, as is the usual strategy, and then I deploy my cav on the wings so I can immediately go for the encirclement right away. And then just for aesthetic purposes, I keep rearranging the units in my taskbar there so I can effectively manage them later in the fight at a glance. Now taking a look at what he has, as much as what I predicted, most of just Yari-Ash and Bo-Ash, and then a few light cav units. This is not something I recommend when starting out. When you're a young Total War player, or at least new to Avatar Conquest, what you want to do is you get a select amount of veterans at the start, like special units that you can use. You should always bring 1 or 2 of them in your army and not rely solely on numbers to achieve victory. And what he starts doing here is he starts rapidly deploying his light cav in front, and I have my light cav circling around, and I think he sees this and he decides to retreat them to prevent me from getting behind him too much. But in doing so, he completely neglects his general at the back there, and you'll see that this is a big mistake that I punish very severely really quickly. So he's focused on my light cav that are running up the hill. He's trying to deny me that height advantage. And I'm pushing on my Yari-Ash, acting like everything's cool, and I've issued an attack order on my fire cav right into his general. He doesn't see, and here it is, the charge in there. And immediately 10 guys dead on the charge. General's not going to last very long at all. Now he sees this, and now he's trying to run right to my fire cav to try and stop me. But it's not going to work. This general's going to die, and he hits me with the oop. He knows he messed up. And then I rear charged in the back of his light cav at the top of the hill while he was distracted sending light cav to counter my fire cav. And now his cav is gone and his general is dead. And then right away you can see the wavering in the vanilla units. This is why you always want to bring at least a few veteran units, like some samurai or something, just to keep your force from all routing at once like that. And now that everything's uncontested and nothing's in my way, I'm just going to rear charge those bows. And because it's all Ashigaru and they're going to be routing, it's going to cause a chain rout, and boom, battle's over. Heroic victory. I didn't even have to involve my Yari Ashigaru, just 2 units of cav. Perfectly timed rip there. Yeah, heroic victory. Looking at the post-battle summary, we can see that I only suffered 14 losses to kill 375, and in doing so, routed an army that was 3 times the size of my own. I was able to do so due to my opponent's mistakes and my ability to capitalize on them and my own forward momentum. Also, it was pretty cool that I was able to do all this with just 2 units of cavalry. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in another heroic victory or one of my campaigns. Take her easy.
That nothing stays the same. I'm over this time.